What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Be the Fish. And as you can see, it is mid to late March, and we still got snow. A lot of snow and cold here in lovely Buffalo, New York. And Chasing Hardware is back. If you guys have not seen the first tournament of the year down in Harris Chain in Florida, I'll link the episodes below and I'll drop a card right here for you guys. Not a great start to the season. That needs to be our worst finish out of the next 4 tournaments. So we got some stuff to do coming up here, because the next Chasing Hardware is the Hobie BOS event down on Santee Cooper. If you guys don't know, the lake is known for putting out bigs, and we're gonna be there at a great time as long as the weather cooperates. It's gonna take a lot to do really well in this event, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited for it. Today's episode is our travel vlog. We're actually going to be fishing along the way down. It's 2 weeks from now. Yes, we are leaving really early, and that's for a reason, because we're going down to work the Bassmaster Classic. We're gonna bring you guys along. We're not gonna do a lot of stuff at the Bassmaster Classic. I'll show you guys around a little bit. From a video standpoint, it'll only be a couple minutes, but this is gonna be us traveling down. We're gonna stay in Tennessee for a few days, fish some different lakes. Those will be separate videos, so if you wanna see those will be coming either before or after this one. Honestly, I don't know yet, but we got a place to stay. We're gonna go fish a couple lakes for a couple days. Got to work a couple days and then work the Bassmaster Classic. And then from the Classic, we're driving about 4 or 5 hours straight to Santee Cooper, and we're camping for the week. We got a campsite over on Santee Cooper. We're gonna be there for a week. We'll have about 3 or so days of practice. I got to work Monday, Tuesday of that week, but I'll try to sneak out in the evenings for a couple hours once I sign off for work. But then 3 days of practice, 2 days of competition, then we're driving back to good old New York, which hopefully by that time it'll be prime time here in New York. Start pumping out some videos for you guys, hopefully to a point where we can start doing 2 videos a week. So if you'd like more content per week, I've been trying to do 1 a week for you guys. If you like more content, let me know down below. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We got to go get all geared up. We got some stuff. We got some rods and stuff in here. We got a little bit of things ready and prepared to go, but we got a lot more to do to get done today, because we're leaving bright and early tomorrow to go fish some lakes down in Tennessee. So come along, let's go get prepared. I'll walk you guys through the truck once I have it. I've gotten things a little bit more established from a tournament rig of like getting things organized, being efficient with my stuff. And we'll show you guys those modifications and how I organize my truck before we get on the road tomorrow. Welcome to Buffalo, where it is a blizzard in the morning, completely snow gone in the afternoon, and sunny, getting up to 45 degrees, and now it is becoming a blizzard again. But hey, let me walk you through the truck. We're completely packed up except for 2 bags. I have to have my apparel bag and my computer bag that are left to put in there, but they're small things. But let me walk you through the truck, and because our rig is literally, as you can see, about to get full of snow. We'll start with the driver's side. We have stuff for our camping deal. Later in a couple weeks when we get down to Santee Cooper, we have fire starters, extra GoPro that I actually usually put up here on the dash to film while I'm driving and do it safely. So we got some Blackfish gear. We got some face masks for when it's sunny and hot. Extra Lake Master chip cards and SD cards here. Basically, the driver's side is pretty bare. We got some koozies for when we get where we're going, and obviously not while driving, for some drinks, extra shades, pain meds, chapstick, more pen meds. If you ever getting sick on the road type stuff, you want to just get some vitamin C in you, I got vitamin C packs. And like candy, I literally have Lake Master cards all over the place. I got these actually go with my terminal bag, but it's a Sharpie with some jewelry bags. I put my hooks and terminal and weights and all that jazz in. I just noticed now I have an A-rig here. You can tell I'm a fisherman because I got all my baits and crap up all over the place. Got Hobie shades with me. Got this stuff's kind of all over the place. I have like 50 pairs of Hobie shades all over. We'll close that. Open the back door here. We got a bunch of different tools and such that actually were in my Hobie seat, but I took them out just for the pure fact that it's going to be wet. We got a bunch of different tools and different things for measuring. Like, probably not the smartest thing to have some JJ's Magic in here, but hey, it is what it is. Live on the wild side. More face masks, tools, super glue, different mounts. I got my Blackfish gloves, and I'm probably gonna end up using tomorrow because it's gonna be cold down in Tennessee. And then here we got a little blanket that's getting snow on it, towels, stuff for camping. I got all of my podcast gear in here that we'll be doing filming at the Classic. Actually, at the X2 Power booth, we'll be doing podcast stuff, soundboard, all that jazz. This is where my apparel bag is gonna go. Got a bunch of different hats here, and then a bunch of serious angler hats that we'll show you guys over there. That's like we're giving out to people. I got my hoodies, and then you see, you got sleeping bag. I have a tackle crate. There's a Helix under there, a Helix here. There's kind of like some things snuck on the side that I'll show you guys on the other side, but basically what this is, there's 2 tackle crates. I got my Hobie H crate, and then another tackle crate here on the bottom that is loaded down with tackle boxes. But I got PFD, a bunch of my rain gears all back behind here, some extra mounts like camera mounts, all that jazz. We'll walk to the other side that isn't getting pounded with snow. Got my driver's side. We're gonna put our laptop bag here in the morning, but I don't want to keep it in here overnight. We have all of our camera gear. This is actually gonna go back in the house. It's gonna be super cold tonight, but all of my camera gear, GoPros, DSLR, mounts, everything, all on the drone, it's all in this bag. And I have my massive amount of rods that I'm bringing with me. Shoes, flip-flops, gonna be putting more boots in there. Blackfish stuff, all of that's gonna go in there. I got extra little cords and face masks literally everywhere. And the back seat, we got our cot that's gonna go in our tent. I have my winter hats on it right now just for the pure fact that they're kind of hard and just for the sake of being safe, you know, because they might be against the glass. Trying not to break it, obviously. All soft plastics. This is all tackle boxes in here, baits. I got some soft bait bags, different things in that box. I can break it down for you when we get to the house tomorrow. I got all my charging stuff. I got my X2 Power batteries back here. I got 50 amp and a 20 amp with all of the charging cords shoved back there. I got my bunk boards and everything for the kayak tournament itself, more baits, torpedo battery. I got my Mega Live in here. I have a bunch of toolkits and everything. I should do a full breakdown of my entire setup here soon of like what I bring to these tournaments. That'll be a whole separate video on itself, but got my 360 drives back there actually. Well, my main one, my backup one is actually accumulating snow. It's like half broken, but it's there. Beyond that, we got some serious angler hats in there that'll be to give away to people at the Classic. But beyond that, there's my Torpedo and all that stuff back there, but you can't even really see it. But we got some other things, emergency duct tape, extra straps and stuff for the kayak, more mounts, emergency floodlights, a bunch of extra phone and GoPro cords in here for like charging my phone in the truck and all that jazz. I think I have a pair of scissors in every single door for rigging at this point. But yeah, that kind of consumes the inside of the truck. In the back, obviously we have the kayak itself. Got my cooler strapped in here. Over there we have the pedals. You can see the kayak through here. This is kind of too late to already get cold and wet, but we're gonna roll with it, keep it strapped down. It's nice to have on the trips. And then I have my new tent that's strapped in. Thankfully it has the waterproof outside bag for when we go camping in Santee Cooper. But that's the deal for right now. That's the majority of my setup. Again, I need to make like a legit one-off video, the entire video just showing you guys what I have, like completely unpacking my truck. And I think we can definitely make that happen. If you guys are interested in that, let me know down below. We have a whole new kayak setup video coming for you guys because we've gotten a bunch of stuff that we added to it from the previous setup video. So there's people walking and I'm still afraid to talk to the camera in front of people. But if you guys want to see that stuff, let me know down below. I can certainly, those videos are coming up, but if you want me to, show a certain part of it, I am all ears. But we have a couple more things left to do. We just got to go finish editing a video for you guys, and then we are going to get on the road bright and early, trying to go fishing tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow morning on the road in 3, 2, 1. Well, we are making our first stop this morning. I haven't obviously done any filming, being that it's still dark out, so I can't really talk to you guys. You don't really want to look at a dark screen, but it is nasty out. We're making our first stop this morning. We're about an hour and a half, 2 hours in, and we are getting hammered right now with lake effect snow. But I'm gonna make a stop, grab a bite to eat quick. But y'all, this is I cannot be more excited to leave the north because I'll show you what it looks like outside right now. We're about to run in, freeze our freaking tails off because it's 17 degrees and blizzard. This is just nuts. I'll show you guys. This is gonna suck. Yep, it sucks. All right, guys, we are stopped. We are currently in Ohio. We are getting gas right now. Thankfully, we're out of this dang blizzard that we're going through. It got pretty gnarly. We had it in 4-wheel drive, and we're going about 40 there for a little while. Couldn't really even see the car in front of us. But we stopped. We had to put some air in the tires because it was so dang cold. My tires been dropping for a little bit over the winter, so we had to put some air in the tires, filling up gas now, and then we are back on the road. We got about 5 more hours left. Not too bad of a drive. It's only about 10 hours or so, which is funny to say because 10 hours are becoming pretty easy for me, being in New York, traveling all over the place. But we're going to a lake that's pretty cool. We're going to a lake down in Tennessee just to have fun for a couple days. We're going to be working. We got to film some content for sponsors, and then obviously heading over to the Classic. But the lake we're going to has spotted bass, smallmouth, and largemouth, and apparently it's a good Damiki bite right now. Shout out to my buddy Matt Millard who put me onto it. Hopefully we're gonna catch some fish. If we do, there's gonna be videos on it. Which if they're out, I don't know if I'm gonna put them on after or before, but I'll drop them down here if so. But I'm excited just to go fish nonetheless, get out of this dang blizzard and go fish. It's gonna be cold down there too, but at least it's a manageable cold in regards to I can actually go fish. So that's the plan. We're done filling up. We're gonna get back on the road. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, little pit stop. We're here at a lake in Tennessee for the next couple days, and I'd say you're about to see some fishing, but unfortunately you're not. That is gonna be its own video. So as for right now, this is the last you guys will see of me. Well, you'll see me in 2 seconds, but I will see you guys at the Bassmaster Classic. Well, some of this might look familiar to you guys, this barn here. Not on my channel, but another channel. Our buddy Mr. Alex Rudd, who's kind enough to let us stay here for the night before the Classic starts. He's actually out fishing right now. So I have taken over his little barn here to start getting a jump on things for Santee Cooper and starting to rig all of my 1,000 rods that I brought, being excessive as usual. So we are rigging right now, and then Alex will come back. We're gonna hang out. Appreciate him letting me kick it here for a little bit and giving me a place to rig to get out of the rain, because it's coming down. We're supposed to fish this morning, which you haven't caught the Tennessee videos yet. I'll drop them right here for you guys to go check out. Caught some smallmouth, some spotted bass, jerkin, and also Damiki rigging, and a big brown trout. So that was fun. It was cool. Hope you guys enjoy those if you haven't watched them already. But yeah, we're gonna rig here, and then it's Bassmaster Classic time. So we're not gonna go too long at the Classic. We'll show you guys a couple different clips. We'll try to show you winners, some of the highlights and stuff and such like that. But looking forward to Classic weekend, and then Sunday night getting on the road to old Santee Cooper, kicking off the week for the Hobie BOS event next weekend. I got a monopod. What is going on, everybody? The Classic is over. Huge congrats to Mr. Jeff Gustafson. We've had him on the podcast several times. Just one of the best dudes I've met in the industry. Really, really nice guy, and couldn't think of somebody else more deserving to win the Classic than Jeff on this one. So again, huge congrats, buddy. But we just got some food. We're on the road to Santee Cooper. We're gonna go set up a tent. We were supposed to do it last night, but Jeff won, and that meant we had to do a lot of work for my full-time gig. So we had to work basically till 8:30, and I didn't feel right to just get out of town. I wanted to go congratulate Jeff. So we had champions toast and all that jazz. So by that time it was pretty late, and it didn't make sense to go drive 5 hours over to Santee Cooper. So we're driving there now. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I got a bite to eat quick. We're heading over to go set up our tent, which it looks like it's raining for a few hours. We'll see how heavy it is. If it's raining too heavy, we'll probably just end up sitting in the truck for a little while. We'll figure out a place to go relax. But gotta get the tent set up. And honestly, I am so pooped from the basically working since last Thursday. Yeah, basically all day Thursday. Didn't get very good sleep throughout the week. It's always a lot of fun seeing everybody that I only get to see once or twice a year. I talk to all the time online, but I don't get to see them in person. So of course we go and hang out. We go out and have some beverages, of course. So I need to catch up on some sleep. I am exhausted. I am beat. As much as I want to go get out on Santee Cooper and start looking around, I do need to catch up on some sleep, because without that, I'm not going to have an efficient week if I am just groggy and slowed down. The brain isn't functioning on all cylinders. So we're going to go get set up, get everything all organized as best we can amidst the rain. And honestly, I'm probably going to just take a nap for a while. We got to edit some footage for a video coming up, but beyond that, I mean, I'm just going to try and sleep, get some rest, and we got to work tomorrow. We might try to get out for a couple hours, so you might see us, but Wednesday kicks off our first day of official practice. For us anyway, full day of practice. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday's more of a half day because we have registration. So either way, transition our minds from that fun fishing, having a good time, classic, you know, working standpoint, a mental standpoint, to now it's tournament time. Let's get serious. Time to go prepare, make sure we got all of our ducks in a row, and see if we can't get on some things, because it's heating up. The weather's looking good for Santee Cooper. We might have a little bit of rain in the forecast this weekend, can make things interesting, but I think it might really be a sight fishing deal. They had some freeze warnings like basically the past whole week and a half, so I think it might have set a bunch of fish back. They did have a full moon a few weeks ago. I think that there's another one a few days, about 5 or so days after the tournament, but there might be a decent enough moon to get these fish on a bed that time of year where things are getting a little freaky. So I think it's really going to be a shallow deal. We're going to keep, you know, that more offshore stuff honest if we can find something that makes sense, like secondary points and such like that. See if there's any post spawners already. But for the most part, I think it's going to be shallow and sight fishing. So we'll see. We're going to get back on the road here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you enjoyed some of the clips of the classic. But it is now Santee Cooper time, and time to get to go practice. Alright guys, good morning. Showed you guys a little bit yesterday, and then honestly it was probably 7:30. We passed out. We had our buddy Nolan Minor come through, needed a place to stay, so he's gonna stay with us this week at the campsite. And we're gonna have our buddy Paul Roberts coming this weekend as well, so we're gonna have a few people here at the one site playing a little truck and tent Jenga, trying to figure that out. But hey, if you know, buddies need a place to stay, gotta let them stay, right? So before practice kicks off, we gotta work today. We'll probably try to sneak out in the water later tonight after some meetings, but I want to walk through the camp setup with you guys. Right now, obviously we got our truck here. I was literally eating breakfast, eating some breakfast, trying to eat a little healthier. I say that as I'm having an energy drink this morning. Had the phone all set up, watching some YouTube to wake up here. We got laptop set up. This is gonna be my little workstation for the day in the truck. Got all my rods I want to throw this week that are in here. I kind of loaded everything out for the most part. It looks like a literal, you know, mess, which it is. But I swear, there is a science to it. I got my rain gear and stuff, my new Blackfish rain gear, because it might be raining today, later today. But we got all that in there. Kayaking back. We have our X2 50 amp that's charging up here. Got her all getting charged up. We got some fun adult beverages. We got our cooler with all of our sandwich stuff for the week, hot dogs, things like that. Got one pack of hot dogs just to, you know, cook them up over the fire kind of thing. I'm not going to be eating hot dogs this week. I'm mostly going to be living off peanut butter sandwiches and chicken sandwiches. So you can see we got all more food stuff in there. Which, I got these. I don't know. I've been told that they're like the new deal that's good, and from a healthy standpoint. From like an electrolyte hydration standpoint. If you've tried them, let me know. But also, we now are rocking this Gazelle tent. I don't work with them or anything. We're not partnered. I've never talked to anybody over there. I literally bought it last week before heading over here. And it was the easiest damn thing to set up. And it was waterproof because it rained last night. Super spacious for a 4-person. I think it was like 400 bucks. It pops out like an ice tent. So it took me 2 minutes to set up. So super easy. I was really impressed. I'll give you guys a little walkthrough of my already mess of an HQ we call our tent. So we'll pop in here. You can see it's already kind of a disaster. We have all of our stuff that we're probably not going to be using for the week. We got podcast equipment, spare 360 drives, an X2 lithium battery that's for Andy to take home. I have to bring up to him. Got a bunch of my clothes. We actually have this, which these are really nice. They're dude wipe body wipes. I don't work with dude wipes, but if you're just kind of feeling like crap, you know, like scummy and you haven't taken a shower yet or taken a shower later or something in the meantime to wipe off your face and all that jazz, I'd use those a lot. And then we got sleeping bag over there if I need it, which is gonna be really cold. Actually 2 nights this week will probably break that sucker out, but for the most part it was actually warm last night. So just had the cot here, pillow, comforter with a little smaller blanket on it. We have our MacBook over there that we used we were editing some footage a little bit last night before we went to sleep. But here's a little cool deal. Right here we got a little X2 power box. It's got 2 USB ports, a 12-volt port. What's in there? So we got 2 X2 lithiums. We got 2 9 amps in there. Pretty cool deal. Got them rigged in parallel so I can charge up my phone, my laptop, my GoPros, things of that nature. Make sure everything's all ready to go. And then when I leave for the day, I can plug this in, make sure this is charged so that I can charge the rest of my electronics overnight. So pretty clutch little deal. And then over here is the absolute mess. We got all of our backup rods that we don't plan on using right now. Got some more of our winter clothes that we brought down for Watauga that I just want to get everything out of the trucks to get out of the way. We got camera gear, a bunch of t-shirts, all of my plastics that I still have to go through just to like see what I might need, but I got things put out in packages. I think it's gonna be relatively simple from a plastic standpoint this week. Bunch of hoodies, all of my work gear and all that crap, towels, shower stuff. That's pretty much it. But like you guys can see, we're standing up in this thing. It's pretty nice. I need to work on the layout of like getting kind of organized here and how I lay out my tent, but for the most part it's pretty clutch. So we're gonna finish up breakfast. We gotta work a little bit, and we'll try to sneak out tonight. If we do, we'll bring you guys along because we got 3 full days of practice coming up. So we're gonna see what we can figure out. My plan right now to walk you guys through that is, I think it's really gonna be a heavy sight fishing deal. I think it's gonna be really like a shallow, getting up, looking at them, but Saturday is going to be 20-mile-an-hour sustained. So we're probably going to stick south end of the lake, something that's consistent for 2 days. We might go to the north end of the lake, but fish south banks. So anywhere that could be protected from that wind on the north end, we'll try that, because we have a video coming up. We dropped a video earlier. If you guys saw me fish here in Santee, there's a place that I really like, and that's where I fished and caught them up pretty good. You can check out that video right here. But yeah, we're gonna check that out. We're also gonna see if we can find any areas that might be, if there's any pre-spawners left, but especially for any post-spawners, places that they might go to first. See if we can't have a mix of that to get in the morning before we go and try and get up and sight fish for the rest of the day. Especially to have in our back pocket if conditions change and it becomes cloudy, windy, rainy, that type of deal. Something that we can rely on that isn't trying to look at these fish. So we're not gonna spend a lot of time on that. We're gonna spend a lot of time trying to find areas that just have a lot of fish in them, shallow wise. We're gonna make sure we keep looking at those. Like when we're on our way to different stuff, we'll graph around, fish a little bit, just kind of get a feel for what areas are doing well, and then try to make a little rotation within a mile, 2 mile stretch to make sure that we have more than just one game plan. That is my mind anyway. We all know that always changes when it comes tournament time and practice realizes you're like, well damn, I can't do what I think I was gonna do. That's the game plan. I'm gonna go work. For you guys, we'll see you on the way to the lake, whether it's tonight or tomorrow. In 3, 2. All right, guys. Good morning. We're at the ramp, getting ready to launch for our first full day of practice, or really our first full day of fishing since Florida. We fished a little bit here and there, but for the most part we've been kind of stuck fishing half days or hours at a time. So looking forward to a full day out on the water. It's a little chilly this morning, but we'll take it. Fire up the bird. All right, guys, we are on the Torquedo, moseying down. We're gonna go a decent ways, probably like to an area that's about 3 miles from any ramp, so a decent ways. That's really what I'm trying to do here in the lake that's so big. We have a lot of launches. What I was saying the other day is a place that's gonna be like a shallow derby like this is gonna be, or spawners, you know, like a mix of that. I want to be able to be around as least amount of people as I can, to give myself the opportunity at catching the most fish, where I don't want to see people catching fish in front of me, fish that I had marked, and then having my game plan all spin out. So the more I can get more area to myself, the better, because that means more opportunity for me to have a bigger bag. So that is the plan here. We're actually going to really try to find a kind of a mix. I'd like to find a pre-spawn / post-spawn deal for the mornings. I'm sure some fish have spawned here already. We're trying to find that here in the morning, and then as the sun comes up, I want to go and find a good handful of spawners that I can go and pillage through to, you know, try to get that big limit. It's just that time of year. I think you're going to need to have spawners, and I think it's going to be happening the way Saturday's shaping up to be. This lake, it's been getting warm. They're on a warming trend. Obviously today, I say that, but today is going to be a high of like 63. I'm sitting here with sweatpants on. I got my blackfish vest and everything, so it's like, it's a little cold. That's just today, and I just saw something come up there. I'm gonna fish right off of here first. Let's grab a chatterbait quick. I don't know if that was a carp or a bass, but we're about to find out. And we just had our first fish wake on the swim jig here. Just tossing a swim jig through this grass. Something I don't do a whole lot, honestly. I'm not willing to bet that was probably like a male on a bed. It was a really small blow up, but it just came up and just tried to just basically knock it, it felt like. Alright guys, we are stopping at our first little section of shallow stuff. Just kind of testing the waters, fishing, being honest with this stuff, and seeing what we can do. Water's a little bit dirtier than where we were at earlier, but it's not like dirty where it's bad. It's, you know, it's still like a foot of viz type of deal, so these fish can still see it. Just kind of putzing around with a wacky rig here, just seeing if we can get bites, seeing if something lives. It's a little bit cold this morning, as we mentioned, so don't know how fast. Oh, there we go. Oh, I have a fish, I think. Oh no, that was grass. Felt mushy like a fish. That was not a fish. So when it came to Eufaula last year, yeah, Harris chain this year, I have a thing with gators that don't like to leave me alone. This place has got some freaking giant gators, so we'll see if that holds true. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully I have a gator free week I could do without worrying about them damn things. I'm kind of hoping I don't find them on cypress trees. Quite honestly, I hate fishing cypress trees. I'd love to find them shallow up in grass spawning. That would be ideal. I mean, ideal. I'd love to find some pre-spawners that are still staging up, or post-spawners that are staging to leave. Just looking at the water temps, I feel like it's all just still going to be, there might be a couple pre-spawners, but I don't think it's going to be a pre-spawn deal at all. In 65 degrees, I feel like these fish for the most part haven't spawned yet, or are currently spawning. I mean, I think they're for sure spawning. It's just a matter of gotta find them. But I don't think there's gonna be a post-spawn bite, but I think for sure there's gotta be a pre-spawn bite somewhere. Just with the water temps, I feel like there's gotta be. We're just gonna cover as much water as we can today. Throw as much cover as we can. When that sun gets up, we'll get around, go looking for them. If we got the right water clarity, we'll do that for sure. And see what we can make of today in old Santee Cooper. Oh God, I just got blown up on. I just had one come up and try to slurp the swim jig. Seemed like a good one too. The drag is too loose. Oh, you kidding me? There we go. First Santee bass swim jigging. Thank you, sir. Just throw in this little swim jig, these little dollar pads. We don't really get to do this all too much in New York, so this is fun as heck. Oh, come on. That was a bass. Came clear out of the water for it. So we will eat a frog. I think they're spawning back here for sure. Hey guys, we made a little quick move over here. Trying a different area. Getting out of the wind. We had that one spot, but there's only so many fish you could get out of there. Definitely seemed like they were in the dollar pads. The fish I got into over there seemed like they were mostly males. The one that blew up the first time, I think I saw its head and it seemed pretty dang big. So it could have been a female. I don't know for certain. Either way, there wasn't that much water to go fish over there. It's kind of like, if anything, that might be like a hit it along the way kind of deal, or because there really wasn't anything too crazy or vast where I could maybe get 5 fish out of that. But who knows? With that wind Saturday, that spot is probably gonna be blown to smithereens. Alright guys, I forgot to do an outro for the first day of practice. I'm currently being blinded by my headlamp and my battery pack, my X2 battery pack that has a light on it, so you can see here. So yeah, I'm being blinded, but I'm in bed. I have sleeping bag, hoodie, long sleeve under it, and then 2 warm comforters because it's literally going to be 42 degrees tonight in freaking Santee Cooper. I don't know why this always happens when I come to tournaments, that I bring the cold weather with me, but it never fails. Today was interesting. Today was certainly writing off water, but tomorrow we got a new game plan. We're gonna go look for spawners pretty heavy. We're gonna keep the setup light. We're gonna try to run 3 different ramps. We're gonna try to run 3 different ramps, run a decent amount of water, put that torpedo to work, use a lot of our eyes, fish a little bit, try to see if we can't find some spawners, and then hopefully that's the goal. I think I know what I'm gonna do Saturday morning. We had that video we posted. I think I'm gonna start there. Hope that it's not gonna be super popular come Saturday morning, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. This might be like a go try to grind out 5 big ones, you know, type of deal on that area, and then maybe move to try to upgrade later in the day, and then cause it's gonna be gnarly conditions come Saturday. And then Sunday is going to be probably a sight fishing deal because it'll be sunny and glass calm as of right now. So we're basically practicing for 2 different tournaments right now. It's completely 2 different days. One's going to be raining and blowing 40 miles an hour, and the other day is going to be sunny, glass calm, and perfect for sight fishing. So that's the plan. We have 2 more days to make it happen. 2 more days of practice on a giant body of water from a damn kayak. This is the hard part about kayak tournament fishing. You have to be very strategic, not only in your tournament, but also in your practice, because you only have so much time. And you can take the whole week that we have here for Hobie, but if you only have a couple days, it can be tough. It can be tough, especially from just the weight of decision making. So that's the plan, but we're gonna go to bed here, wake up bright and early, and we'll see you guys on the way to the ramp in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. It is freaking cold. It is a nice 36, 37 degrees right now. And forgot the Torpedo battery today. So we're going all natural, as I'll call it, with the pedals. And so we're gonna be trying to hit 3 different spots today. We're rocking the camo Do It Molds hat today because we're going hunting. We're going hunting for some spawners. We're gonna find some fish shallow. That's the goal. Hopefully they haven't pushed off yet because of the cold. It's gonna get warm in the weekend though, so we should be okay. But all in all, that's the plan. We're gonna go looking today. Try to find some fishing, try to find some looking. We're gonna need a plan for Saturday, being that it's gonna be rainy and cold and windy. So we're gonna need something that isn't looking at them. And I have a tentative plan for that, but we just need to hopefully expand on it. I haven't checked it yet because I don't want to. I don't want to give it away just yet. I don't want people to know where I was at a couple weeks ago. So I'm saving that. I'm saving that for probably tomorrow, the last day of practice. Gonna save it for then. We'll go check it out, see what's going on. But today, trying to fish new water. Go find some fish on bed. We're kind of practicing for Sunday, basically the second tournament, basically, because its conditions are completely different from Saturday to Sunday. That is the plan in a nutshell of what we're going to be trying to do today. It's gonna be one of those, huh? This is a brand new drive. At least it wasn't yesterday. That would suck big time. Well, that blows. Hopefully I can fix that by tournament time, otherwise I'm screwed. It's all good. I'm gonna try to roll with the punches here. Well, we're paddling a PA-14 today because our drive that we've used maybe 10 times broke. So that's fun. But we're paddling, we're gonna deal with it. We came a mile down here, we're gonna fish. We're not gonna go back because we don't have any means. We can still paddle, we're gonna deal with it. We're gonna roll with the hits and see if we can get something done. The kayak life, folks, let me tell you. Some days it'll make you hate your life. Morning. I might, I'll trade you for a pedal drive. Yeah, man.
You probably, yeah, you got a 360 though.
How'd you guess?
You Bailey?
Yeah, man.
I'm Scott.
Scott, nice to meet you, dude. I mean, it's an easy fix. I just gotta get the thing back there. I just don't have the tools on me, so it's...
Luckily, they paddle real well for what they are, you know?
Yeah, you gotta have the rudder down, for sure.
I had a Sportsman before this, and that thing was literally like...
Yeah.
Moving.
A place like this, you can't use that. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like,
no.
it's hard.
You'll just get
Hard as heck.
torn up.
You getting all these like mayfly deals on you?
Yeah. I don't think I'm getting bit, but I'd like to be safe. I don't want to show up at my Airbnb and just be like...
Yeah, just be covered. I hear that, man. I mean, it's all over your dang kayak, too. Yeah, maybe. Trying to paddle this hunk of plastic. At least I got
just everywhere.
I know, dude. They're all over the damn place. Yeah, you can just throw it. I'll catch it. Thanks, man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was your truck. I was like, this is either... I was talking to my girlfriend on the phone. I was like, there's a YouTuber here. Oh, my gosh. And she was like, oh, that's good. And I was like, well, he's from up north, so...
I don't know if that's good. Yeah, I mean, oh, you're definitely off them. That's what it is.
Good luck.
Yeah, buddy. Good to meet you. Alright guys, I am noticing there's a lot of pressure in here. It's like the 7th boat that just came in this area. And on top of that, and my pedal's breaking, I think I'm gonna boogie out of here soon. And go fix that issue, go get my backup set, get the Torpedo battery, and get rolling. Because I'm not even seeing any sign of life here. I'm sure it's better in the afternoon, you can actually see. Nevertheless, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. That's the problem with this lake. I'm finding, well, really anywhere in the south, it's just like everything looks good. Like literally everything. I don't think it helps either that it was 30 something degrees last night, so these fish are probably in a little bit of shock mode. So that's probably another reason why I'm not getting any bites. But also just from pure pressure. I mean, I don't know if I'd want to be in here this weekend. Saturday is going to be gnarly conditions, but then Sunday there's a 250 boat tournament out here. So just to add on to the madness, we're going to give it a second and fish some other stuff and get to paddling back, because then we got a 45-minute drive to get back to the campsite, pick up the battery and our backup drive and all that fun stuff. We're going to be limping around a little bit, but hey, we're going to make do with what we got. That's all we can do. All right, guys. Holy crap, has it been a mess this morning. So we show up to the ramp and forget our Torpedo battery. So that was mistake number one, but I was okay. I was like, it's fine. Like, we got to go work out anyways today. And we're maybe half a mile into the pedal and just bloop, a bolt comes flying off my pedal drive and all hell breaks loose. Like, it's a newer drive too, which is the unfortunate part, but unfortunately, I mean, it's on me. I didn't check my drive at all. I didn't, you know, go through and screw in all the bolts and everything. I usually do that like the Friday night before the tournament, but I think that means, like, learning lesson, like, hey, do that before you leave for practice and do it again before the tournament. So it's all good. I mean, we limped around with the paddle. We made do with what we had, but there was just so many people in that area. I got out of there, for one, because of the pedal drive, but two, there wasn't really anything shaking out. I think it could be better in the afternoon, but there's just so much pressure that I don't think I'd even want to go fish there in the first place. But we went back to the campsite. We grabbed our backup pedal drive, which is actually half broken, so we're going to limp around on that. But we also got the Torpedo battery, so we're going to be able to move around a lot more. And we're going to head to a brand new area here and see, you know, try to do the same thing. Like I said earlier, we got our camo do-it moles hat on because we're going hunting this morning. We're going to go searching. It's going to be probably going to be looking around, not going to be fishing all too much. Just going to go see if we can't find any on bed. See if we can do something to... I think I want to hit, you know, obviously pending tomorrow, how that goes and the rest of today goes. I'd love to see if I can go to my first spot tomorrow in the morning and then pack up, leave, and go search for some beds in the afternoon, maybe like one or two, if I can get through with like the wind and the rain and all that jazz. But that's going to be the challenge. But either way, we're going to go try to find some big fish that we can hold. Hopefully, we'll hold until Sunday, or at least some fish that are staging up. We're going to the ramp. We'll see you guys in a few. Quick shout out to the lady at the Potato Creek launch store. I didn't have $5 cash for the launch, and I went to go in there to try to pay with card. She didn't have a way to pay for a card or an ATM, so she's letting me launch for free today. So I'll have to come back with $10 tomorrow, just to be nice. This feels very fishy. fishy in a good way. Y'all, I'm a mess right now. I will tell you what. Got one on the bed right here, little male. Alright guys, we got one on a bed here. This is like the one time a year I actually get to throw the old methyl at Nico. Actually, it looks like a good one too. It's like a freaking 20-incher. So I'm starting to notice that it seems like anytime you have sand with either pad stems, like dollar pads or just regular lily pads, that's where your beds are at. At least the ones that I found thus far. So like there's lily pads up in here. We'll see if we find one or two. I haven't seen any other vegetation like this stuff where there's beds up in it. I haven't seen that yet. Looking at Lake Master here, I got these zones like red's 1, orange is like 1 to 3, I think, or 1 to 2. I got my little zones here that can find. Anytime you find the red, you see how that line is thicker red there? How this line's thinner. They're not as much on that, where it's like the thicker the red line, it means more flat, more, you know, shallower flats. So like you can see, here's obviously these little fingers that come in, they're ditches that come in here. This is the type of stuff you're looking for to find some spawners. Then you just need the combination of the vegetation. I'm gonna switch over to white here so we can actually see what the hell we're doing. If I don't get eaten by bugs, I'm leaving here soon. My legs are fried, like bad. It's not gonna be fun sleeping tonight. I need to get some aloe. This is gonna be bad on my legs. Yes. Got to catch one bass. God. It's a good one too. It's a freaking good one too. There we go. That's the kind we need. Roof of the mouth, in the mouth. Heck yeah. It's probably a 20-inch fish peeing. Let's get you right back. Thank you. Alright, that's good to know. Alright, we got our fish. Let's get the heck out of here. Hopefully that fish will bite again, and although it's in 2 days. Hopefully, I should say, hopefully that fish is still there. It was fun. We got our fix. If it was tomorrow, I would not be setting the hook on that fish. Well guys, not bad. We found some fish on bed. It's definitely not winning stuff, but I mean the fish that were around, the one we caught was way bigger than I thought it was when I looked at it. So the one that we were on, that we have marked, the one that we caught was probably 20 inches, 19 and a half, 20 inches. So the one that we were looking at earlier today, probably damn near 22. We'll see. We're gonna head back, we're gonna get loaded up, head back to camp and make some dinner. Probably gonna get some aloe for my freaking legs. We'll figure out what we're gonna do tomorrow. All right guys, we're back. We just ate, got rigged up for tomorrow. Got some aloe because your boy's legs is toasted. We got lobsters, as they say. But we're sitting around the fire trying to figure out what to do tomorrow. Gonna have a few beers, talk with Nolan here. Probably go to bed here a little early after I take a shower. Get up bright and early. Sounds like a lot of people are struggling, not just us. So figure it out, but we'll talk to you guys then. 3, 2. All right guys, good morning. Last day of practice here. Getting launched. See what we can do. The water's looking a little high. I'm gonna start out with the old buzz bait here. Being that it's gonna be windy and rainy tomorrow, buzzbait isn't a bad option. Probably chuck around spinnerbait a lot tomorrow if we get bitten here. Just trying to think of some reaction baits I can get bit on, because sight fishing tomorrow is going to be not ideal. Obviously, being the conditions are setting up the way they're going to be. Ooh, what was that? That kind of looked like a bass. Maybe a spawner? Something blew up on bait back there. That's why I'm casting this frog exactly right there. Something blew up on bait. I just want to see. I mean, it was probably a couple minutes after it busted on bait. So that, it could be a spawner. Very well could be. I kind of want to just see if it'll eat like a worm that I throw in there or something. Let's see if we can't get back in there. Let's more plastic here. Shove it with the hook. You can't get pinned. Let's make it so it's super hard for that fish to eat it. There we go. That was a perfect cast. Look at me go. Oh yeah, that's a bass. We literally just got 8. Okay. Well, we have 1 spawner. I kind of wonder if there's more. Alright, so like I was saying, I think this side's a little bit deeper. It's harder bottom than the other side. But the other side's a lot of bush and grass. And kind of mucky bottom. There might be a little bit here, but it seems like a little bit harder bottom. More trees that are in the water here. So we're gonna, for the sake of thinking they might be just spawning, and that might be why it's tough, we're gonna put around this side. As I say it, we get some nice mucky crap on the worm. Go beat the bank down here and see if we can't find us some fish that are spawning. Come on, let go. Let go. Let go. Bro. Let go. Let go. Thank you. Oh, Lord. Well, I was talking to you guys like the damn camera was on. But yeah, just pulled one, just shook one off right there. Felt like a male. So I don't know if it's paired up or what, but it's the second bedding fish. It could have been even just a fish that's just eating. That thing would not let go though. It was kind of wild. That's like the second confirmed bass back in here. So it's not giving me a lot of confidence yet, but it was a bush, a little hard cover. Oh, there's one right there. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Go. Let go. Let go. Let go. You're about to just get cracked. Screw it. Thank you. Figures when I set the hook. That's the third one. Alright guys, we are back at camp. We're gonna have some food, try to get rigged up. Apparently there's chances they're gonna cancel tomorrow, which if they do, we'll have a whole video. We'll probably go fun fish somewhere. Maybe. I have no idea what we'll do. But yeah, we don't have much going for us besides spawners, which is a great Sunday pattern, but for tomorrow, I have no idea what to do. We'll probably go where we went this morning and just try to get 5 bites, because I think it's going to be relatively tough for some people tomorrow, and just kind of hope for the best. But it's going to be gnarly weather. We're calling for thunderstorms, 20+ mile an hour sustained out of the south with 45 mile an hour gusts and rain. We'll see what happens. We're going to get all rigged up, head to registration tonight, and bring you guys along. Keep it tuned in. We'll talk to you guys once more before tonight, because this video is about to wrap up, because the next video is day 1 of the tournament. It might be the only day of the tournament. All right, guys, we are back from registration, and in some fun events, the day 1 of the event tomorrow has been canceled. So no tournament video for day 1. Well, I should say we're going to have a day 1 tournament video, but it's going to be the only day of the tournament. It's going to be pretty nasty. You know, thoughts are with, folks that are in Arkansas where that tornado ripped through, and it's pretty bad. And that's supposed to come hit us, and we're going to be in a tent. So hopefully you guys are seeing this video now. I know all of us are here. We really want to go fishing tomorrow, but it's nice to take a step back and realize that, life is beyond fishing, right? It sucks, but, tomorrow we're going to have fun. We might go fun fishing, actually. We're going to go with our buddy Paul, who's here from Bass and Brews podcast. You guys should check them out. We're going to go, try to fun fish and then get ready for a day 1 shootout on Sunday. We'll probably go sight fishing. But regardless, it kind of sucks, but we're gonna go have a few beers, drinks, or have some dinner, and we'll talk to you guys bright and early tomorrow. All right, guys, it is Saturday. Should be on the water here today. Unfortunately, they canceled due to weather, even though it is, like you guys can see, it's beautiful out, but it's gonna get gnarly here in a little bit. So it was the right call. It sucks because you want to go fishing. We were gonna go fish today, you know, fun fish somewhere, but the places that were nearby, we weren't allowed to go fish. So it's kind of an interesting deal. Even though they're not on the lake, we weren't allowed to go fish them. But regardless, we're just kind of chilling out for the day. I was gonna make a separate video for you guys fishing the other different lakes today, but we're gonna go into town to get some service, and then go try to find us a pole that we can use as an anchor for the kayak tomorrow. But one day shootout. We're gonna see what happens. Bring you guys along today. We'll talk to you tonight. Prelude what tomorrow's gonna look like, what our game plan is. Talk to you then.
18 on the inside.
All right, guys. It is Saturday evening. We're going back to have steaks with Paul, have a fire, have a drink or two, and then go to bed. We got the whole truck all loaded up with everything because as soon as the tournament's over, we are headed home. Hopefully, we're going to awards, but it's going to be a one-day shootout. It's going to make things really interesting to try to have a big bag for one day, and I'm not sure what my decision making is going to be just yet. Kind of thing where I'm going to go where I got most bites and then take out and go try to catch one or two big ones at a different ramp. It's going to be a little bit more popular in that ramp, unfortunately, which is why I think I'm going to hold it till later. That way I can see what's getting pressured, what's not, and go see if I can grab those fish. It's certainly going to make for an interesting event. That's not going to be on this one. It's going to be on the next video. Not going to be 2 tournament videos because there's only one day of a tournament. One day shootout, like I mentioned. It's going to make things interesting. Appreciate you guys coming along for the practice video. It certainly was a roller coaster. Today it's supposed to have these storms. I mean, we're sitting by the lake. Lake isn't looking too bad, but I understand, better safe than sorry. Just a bummer we couldn't go fishing today. Instead, we packed up the camp and took a nice long nap. Actually, it was pretty nice. But hey, that's the way these things go. Certainly been a interesting week, but ready to get home, ready to see the fiance. So we'll see you guys on the next video, the next episode of Chasing Hardware for the Hobie BOS on Santee Cooper. Peace.
Yeah, look, I'm in line with the stars, I'm in sync with the earth. 10 toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides like